Welcome back. If you've ever felt stuck in your daily routine, this video is for you. Every morning, millions of people wake up to the same alarm, same routine, same rush, same life. They get ready, go to work, spend 8, sometimes 10 hours, and then come back home, tired. Not just physically, but mentally. And somewhere deep inside, there's a thought they don't say out loud. There has to be more than this. But the next morning, the alarm rings again, and the cycle repeats. The truth is, most people don't hate working. They hate the feeling of having no control over their time, no control over their income, no control over their life. And today, we're going to break down a system, a real, practical system, that can help you escape this cycle. Not magically, but realistically. Let's get one thing clear. The 9-to-5 job is not the enemy. It pays your bills. It gives you stability. It helps you survive. The real problem is dependence. When your entire life depends on one source of income, you are not secure. You are exposed. Because the moment that income stops, everything stops. And this is where most people get stuck. They build a lifestyle. That requires constant income to maintain, rent, bills, responsibilities, and slowly, they lose the ability to take risks because now they have something to lose, and that fear keeps them exactly where they are. That's the trap no one talks about. Here's what makes this system so powerful. It doesn't feel like a trap. It feels like a normal life. You earn, you spend, you upgrade your lifestyle, you take on responsibilities, and over time, your freedom quietly disappears because now you can't afford to stop. You can't afford to experiment. You can't afford to fail. And that's how people spend years, even decades, living a life they never truly chose. Not because they're lazy, but because they got locked into a system they never questioned. Escaping the 9-to-5 life does not start with quitting your job. That's the biggest mistake people make. They think freedom comes from leaving, when in reality, freedom comes from building something before you leave. The real shift is this. You stop relying on one income and start building multiple sources, even if it's small, even if it's slow. Because the moment you create even a second income stream, something changes. You feel it. You're no longer fully dependent, and that's the beginning of freedom. Now let's talk about the actual system. Step by step, realistically, no hype. Step 1, protect your base. Keep your job. Use it as a foundation. Don't rush, don't panic. This is your safety net. Step 2, build a skill. Not random skills, valuable skills. Skills people pay for. Content creation, editing, design, marketing, sales, anything that can generate income. Because skills are the fastest way to create money. Step 3, create a side income. Start small. Freelance, online work, small services. It doesn't have to be big, it just has to exist. Because your first income stream outside your job is your proof that you can earn differently. Step 4, reinvest and grow. Don't spend that money, use it. Improve your skill, scale your work, increase your value, and slowly, that small income becomes bigger. Step 5, replace your income. This is the final stage. When your side income becomes stable enough to cover your basic expenses, that's when you have a choice, not a risk, a choice, and that's the difference. This process is not easy. It requires time. It requires discipline. It requires consistency. There will be days when you feel like quitting, days when nothing works, days when progress feels invisible. But that's the part no one shows, because real change is slow at the beginning. But once momentum builds, everything accelerates. The 9-to-5 life is not a prison, unless you stay in it without a plan. You don't need to escape immediately. You need to escape intelligently, step by step, layer by layer, until one day, you wake up and you realize something has changed. You're no longer trapped. You have options, you have control, and that's what freedom really is. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for motivation. Start building your system today, because the life you want will never come from the system you're stuck in. You have to build your own.